Yo, what's up guys, Gaming Magic 13 here, and welcome back to the 100% walkthrough for LEGO Batman the video game. Today I'll be playing through the 4th mission of Power Christ Penguin, Zoo's Company, and picking up the superhero achievement along the way. Once the henchmen arrive through the front gates, Robin should automatically go to fight them. That should get them to put down their weapons while you go up and just punch them. The same thing should happen with the next group of henchmen that rushes you. And if during any of these waves Robin doesn't rush the enemy, you can always hide in this corner and use a battering against them. Now, when this massive group of enemies comes out, just wait for Robin to pursue them, and then switch to Robin to kick the heck out of them. If Robin doesn't pursue them, then you can always battering them by peeking around the corner and slowly working your way towards them to punch them. Reconstructing these pieces does absolutely nothing except get you a few studs. Use a battering on this boarded up window with the front, and that should cause the henchmen and goons to spawn. So charge them all down right away, because some of the goons are even going to have guns. And you should be able to prevent them from firing, and then you can just punch them down. You'll win the fist fight, you'll lose the gunfight. Three goons are going to rush your position once you get inside here, so use your battering to take out as many as you can and punch down anyone that survives. As Robin, you can equip the magnet suit. When you're ready, assemble these pieces into a Batman suit swapper. Then, as Batman, equip the glide suit. When you're satisfied with your stud count, as Robin, climb up this magnetic wall, and then make a running jump for that platform on the left. You're supposed to get over there by gliding as Batman, and while Batman can get up there and needs to get up there, it's more fun to take the risk and jump over as Robin. Then you need to jump back, and if you don't make the jump, you can just climb back up the magnetic wall. Once you get over here, you want to bust open these boarded windows, and then reassemble the pieces that come out into a grappling hook for Batman. Glide across the gap as Batman, and then use your batarang to bust open these boarded windows, because inside you'll find a few valuable studs. Then glide or jump down here into this back area and reassemble the pieces into a bulldozer. Before the next fight breaks out, here's something you need to know about vehicles and AIs. Unless there is another human being sitting next to you and you are playing two-player co-op, the AI that is your partner, if they're in a vehicle, will not get out of that vehicle unless you switch to them and jump out. And I'm going to use that to my advantage for this encounter. Once you bust down the gates, the henchman will be quick to rush you, so immediately switch to Robin and then get a batarang ready to deal with almost all of them, punching up anything that survives. More are going to jump up from the lake, but if you just let Batman drive towards the border, Batman will be able to pull the bulldozer and stop them from hitting up. Then, as Batman, get out of the bulldozer and punch them as they jump in front of the bulldozer. This is probably the most effective way to deal with that without any hassle. And then once you're ready, bust down the gates. When the henchmen come floating in, battering them out of the air. If anyone survives, mop them up. As more henchmen drop down from the sky, battering them, and if you can't do that, then just punch them by charging them down. Honestly, if you've made it to this point, you should know how to deal with henchmen and goons pretty well by now. All these pieces I'm reassembling here right now have nothing to do with level progression or anything. It's just that reconstructing these pieces gets you a few extra studs, which helps for the superhero achievement. As Robin, ditch the magnet suit and equip the technology suit. While not necessary, trust me when I tell you it's going to make your life a lot easier if you take out these crocodiles before initiating the turtle sequence. So either stand on this rock and battering the crocodiles down, or just punch the heck out of them. Either way, make sure they are not living when you get that turtle off the ground. Battering the 2 goons from this side and then glide over as Batman. Then reassemble these pieces into a turtle. As Robin, take control of the turtle and then lead it out of this lake by having it crawl up onto this rock. That will get out of the water and onto the land. Then crawl through these tiny little open passageways and step on the pressure pad. Now that you're inside, as Batman, equip the Sonic suit. Once you've gotten the studs you want from this side, you can re-equip the glide suit and then glide back across the gap. You'll be changing back into the Sonic suit in a minute. Back on this side, break open the plants and trees over here and then reassemble the pieces into a lever you can use to extend the bridge. And then go back for the Sonic suit. Using the Sonic suit, bust open this casing and pull the lever to enter the next arena. You shouldn't have to move far from where you spawn into this area to battering almost all of the henchmen in this first initial bunch. As you can see, I got them all in one swing right there. These guys are giving me some problems, but I can just punch them. If the 3 henchmen on the boat pursue you, punch them. If they don't, use your batarangs. Now, I should have used a batarang against these goon guys, but I was feeling gutsy and decided to use Robin to go on a killing rampage against these guys. Which, as you can see, was equally as effective, but slightly more risky. If you want to kill these goons out on the lily pads, jump onto this one right here to get their attention, then bounce back up onto the ship and use your batarang to eliminate not just the enemies but also the crocodiles. Bust open the entire centerpiece of this ship. Every single piece of this can and should be destroyed. Once everything's busted up, you'll have some pieces to reconstruct. And those will make essentially a long plank. And step up onto this plank and you'll see a series of studs start to form across these lily pads. Because this thing is actually a bouncy platform. So, your goal here is to bounce along all of the lily pads to get not just Batman's demolition suit, but also some studs that should guarantee you that superhero achievement. transform from Sonic Batman into Demolition Batman. Then head back over to the ship, climbing up with the railing over by where we took out the goons. Then, once you're on top of the ship, place a bomb at the metal grating, let it blow, and then go to visit Man-Bat. The very first thing Man-Bat's going to do is charge you down, so punch him a few times until he retreats. Once he does retreat, reassemble these pieces into a device you're going to use to attract the attention of Man-Bat. Bust up pretty much everything in the area to gather up some pieces, and then use those pieces to reconstruct a lever. Then reassemble more pieces into a giant horn that we're going to use to attract the attention of Man-Bat. Once the horn is built, turn the lever around, and that should get Man-Bat on the ground. Once he's on the ground, then you can start punching him again. Unfortunately, he undoes all of your hard work, so you have to do it again. But you should be able to reconstruct at least the lever before the goons come in. So then just use your batarangs and punches to deal with them, reconstruct the horn, and then rinse and repeat until Man-Bat is dead. The level ends when he's dead. Alright, and that's going to do it for this episode of the LEGO Batman the Video Game 100% walkthrough. So, I would like to thank you all for watching, stay tuned for the next episode, and until then, this has been Gaming Magic 13, signing off, saying I hope you have a fantastic Oracle day, and I will catch you all tomorrow, where we're going to be tackling the final mission of Power Crazed Penguin, Penguin's Lair, and picking up the superhero achievement along the way. Goodbye!